I don't blame him for the emergency spending for COVID, because a lot of that was necessary.
Yeah.
But
then Biden recovered something like 70 or 80 billion.
Yeah.
It wasn't nearly as much as the previous ones recovered, but he did recover some.
Yeah.
Right?
That's basically what happened.
Like,
yeah.
That's the... And nobody can see that the Democrats can handle the budget better? Doesn't make sense. Mikey came up with a name right quick. Jasmine, Crockett, Horsford, whatever his name is. Boebert, Peterson.
oh, yeah.
All right, gentlemen.
Trees is already here.
We're professionals. Remember that.
What?
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 Huh?
The song stopped.
Welcome, look at the trees.
There it goes. It's looping.
Uh.
Then Mikey leave us again.
Oh no, did he?
Oh. I'm not feeling confident.
The song has looped the second time.
Yeah. Can the audience hear us yet, I wonder?
Let's find out.
Banana hammock.
But
Yes.
Oh, good. Yeah.
hey,
We're stuck in this song.
we're stuck in the song.
Do you guys remember the This Is Sparta meme song?
That one?
So, my friends and I went to New York City one night just to like fuck around, and we played that song on a loop for like an hour and a half. And at the end of that, we wanted to tear out our brains.
Ready, Tim?
I am ready. Let's fucking go.
Video.
Hi, and welcome to a late edition
From Universal Studios Hollywood.
of this Bin Network production. Thank you to all of our patrons. Patreon.com/TheBinPodcast. We got Ollie. We got Claire Levert. We got Doug. We got Hayden. We got fucking Russell. And
Kurt
and
Russell.
tons of mice.
Say, oh, you
There-
think you bought that? You think it's a game?
I'm not
I
eating
got this.
eggs. I'm not eating eggs. I'm not eating eggs. I'm not eating
See, we're an
eggs.
hour late. Mikey has to get
I'm
them all
not.
out of the system.
Welcome to this late edition of Unboxed Politics. Sorry for the wait. There was so many things.
Wait a minute.
Yeah. But we're professionals, so we're still doing the show. God damn it.
WTF? Who's in charge?
Oh yeah, Mikey's got some buttons that he's gonna press.
Sucking us dry and
Oh God, don't.
I love
Why?
sucking us dry and
I don't
Oh.
appreciate making fun of
shame.
me.
I have co-hosts. Go to my co-hosts. Go to one of them. There we go.
Push the goddamn button. Push the goddamn button. You heard what she said.
And by doing
Name
so,
that movie and I'll love
ruling
you.
the world.
Have you ever been wrong? I was like, no.
I'm gonna need you to be drug tested.
This is Mark.
God, there's so many little.
Keeping our elbows up, bud.
Canadians are reasonable, and we are polite. But we will not back down from a fight.
Why would you burn a Bible? I would never burn a Bible.
Oh, girl, baby girl. Oh,
That's Ollie.
Let him have it.
Few of those when I went through puberty. Honka honka, we're all gonna die. Anyway,
and super producer Mikey Famine. Guys, we're gonna get right into it because we got to make up for some lost time here. So Mikey, what's first?
Fix an Ollie.
Oh,
You gotta fix Ollie. All right, while you fix Ollie, I'll
we got
explain the
pineapple
show.
first.
This is a show where we review figures who are prominent in politics, whether they be crazy fuckers or regular people. And
Regular fuckers.
regular fuckers or elected fuckers.
The worst of the worst.
Worst of the worst. So we watch the video and then we give them a review based on the words they said and how they said it and the presentation around them and also vibes. Their vibes. Some of them not that great.
Yeah, some of them taste pretty sour. Oh, we
First
got
up.
Scott in the chat, and I think I already said hi to Look at the Trees.
Push the goddamn button. Push the goddamn button. You heard what she said.
Jasmine Crockett enters the ring.
Member of the subcommittee, Jasmine Crockett.
thank you so much, Mr. Chairman. And I first just want to begin with a news alert. Guess what? Joe Biden is not the president anymore. So maybe we can move on. Maybe we can move into the present because it seems like we are living in the past. And listen, these are not the good old days, you know, like you used to sit around and your grandparents would talk to you about what used to happen. What we need to be talking about is how we are going to legislate, because I think that some of my colleagues have confused what our jobs are. And I get that we're sitting in judiciary. And so it may seem as if we are here to be litigators, but we are here to be legislators, which means that we are supposed to be writing laws, not trying to have our own trials and determine whether or not something is true or not, or whatever the case is, or who should be sued, who shouldn't be sued. All I know.
Would you guys like to make a comment before I run into the other room for about a minute and a half?
No, play the video.
I like
Is that
her.
a great...
Yeah, she's good.
Great American hero, a good senator out of New Jersey, said something to the effect
Joyzy.
yesterday as he was shattering the record for holding the floor, a record that had been held by another racist in this country. As he shattered that, he said something about the fact that this should not be about left versus right. It should be about right versus wrong. And I am going to tell you that I want us to focus on right versus wrong. The reason that we are struggling right now in this country as it relates to people not trusting agencies, honestly, a lot of it is because of elected leaders. Let me tell you, one of the things that the chairman and I actually agree upon, we don't agree on a lot, is that we both know that there has been a sharp incline as it relates to threats upon our lives. Regardless of what side of the aisle you sit on, we both know and agree that as sitting members of Congress, we both are enduring more death threats than anybody should in this country. And I believe that it is because of the divisive rhetoric and it is because of the selective enforcement of things. And so when we have, and I'm gonna be clear, because I had remarks and I'm going a whole other way.
Let me be clear.
I need to get that on the soundboard.
To have the sitting...
Yeah, Obama's not on there at all. Okay.
That's not good. Yeah, we need him on there.
Attorney General go on, and I'm gonna call it faux news. I know some of y'all love it, but it's fake to me. To have her go on Fox News and to then decide that she wanted to send a threat to me, it was wrong. Because here it is, she is the highest law enforcement agent in this country, and people are watching and they are consuming this information and they are believing that simply because I decided that I wanted to exercise my right to free speech, which I am not abridged from doing, that she then wanted to then politicize something that should not be politicized. I don't like Elon Musk. I'ma say it 50,000 times. I don't like him. I don't like that he going out there and he firing people. I think that he's a crook because somehow the rest of us can't sit around and get whatever federal contracts we want. The rest of us can't sit around and get law enforcement and get them somehow ordained as federal law enforcement to protect him. The rest of us can't get our dealerships protected by the federal government. That is somebody that is operating above the law. For whatever reason, just because he has a lot of money, more money than everybody else. And yes, I am happy to see that on my birthday, which is...
Let me grab it now. Hold on. Hold, please. Boom, 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 boom.
Law enforcement and get them somehow or crook because somehow like that he even wanted to then politicize something that should not be politicized. I don't like Elon Musk. I'ma say it 50,000 times. I don't like him. I don't like that he going out there and he firing people.
Got it.
I think that he's a crook because somehow the rest of us can't sit around and get whatever federal contracts we want. The rest of us can't sit around and get law enforcement and get them somehow ordained as federal law enforcement to protect him. The rest of us can't get our dealerships protected by the federal government. That is somebody that is operating above the law. For whatever reason, just because he has a lot of money, more money than everybody else, and yes, I am happy to see that on my birthday, which is what I said, there were peaceful protests around this world against him because he is a problem. I don't like Elon Musk. I'm going to say it 50,000 times. Never should have somebody that is sitting that high and is going to sit up here and threaten a sitting member of Congress when she knew good and well, if she watched the entire thing, that I specifically told protesters to make sure you consult with lawyers, just like I've told protesters over and over and over in the history of me advising people to go out and exercise their constitutional right. The fact that there are other sitting members that have received letters of threat from this new DOJ tells me that they are about retribution and they are not about following the law. The reason that our party, or I won't even say our party, our country is torn apart is because we can't even agree on right versus wrong. This should not be left versus right. The only thing that we're asking is that we have law enforcement that will show up when there is an actual crime. If somebody calls and says, hey, I need you to investigate this cyber crime, or I need you to investigate this child pornography, or I need you to investigate this robbery, then we want somebody to show up, and we don't want them to look at us and act as if just because I'm black or because I'm woman that I am not worthy of having that case investigated, because we have an administration that is continuously railing against diversity, equity, and inclusion, or we don't need people that show up that feel like diversity should not be valued. That is why we should have somebody that may show up and looks like me. The final thing that I'll say, because you've been gracious, is this. When I first became a public defender, I had no criminal defense experience. And I walked in and I told my boss, Charlie, I said, listen, you should hire me. He said, why? I said, because I'm black. Charlie looked at me like I was crazy. And I said, let me tell you something.
I'm gonna need
when
you to
I
be
walk
drug
in,
tested.
I'm going to walk in with a level of rapport and understanding that maybe some of my other colleagues will not. Charlie offered me my job, and I worked my butt off, and I worked really, really hard for all of my clients, not just those that look like me, and that is what it looks like to serve. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Madam President.
The GOAT.
Where is she right now on our board?
Jasmine Crockett is number 5. She's number 5.
I get the feeling that might change.
Yeah, so let's get into it. No messing around here. Content.
A. Fuck Elon.
A plus.
I mean. Oh, I gotta grab some.
Love Tesla.
No, she doesn't.
I love Tesla. Sucking us dry and.
God damn it, Mikey. Yeah, I agree. A for content.
He literally said, "I hope that doesn't make it on the soundboard." I was like, you mean do it right now? Okay.
Today? Okay.
Do it this very second and just kind of zone out for about 10 seconds while I do it? Okay.
So we'll move on to delivery. How she spoke her words.
I'm going to give
fire, dude.
I almost want to go S because she wasn't like she didn't yell, but she was loud. And she was unapologetic, and that's my shit.
I was going
Ollie said S. Damn.
She got an S. Yeah, she fucking.
Ollie S'd it up. I'll back the S. Fuck it. Fuck it. Let's S it.
With an extremely well constructed
She did what?
argument. Shamed them.
Shame. Goddamn.
God damn, it comes at you.
Comes at you fast.
It's better than the other one. That it's too. That one's just more.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
It's iconic though.
And because we're all gentlemen, vibes.
Right.
Again.
S.
Like yes. Yeah.
No, let's go A because she could have cursed. If S is, it couldn't have been better. I think.
These fucking assholes.
Yeah, she started cussing. Oh yeah, S.
Yeah.
Flame emoji. S. American flag emoji. Fist emoji.
Just give her the award now.
Yeah. If she said "fuck Elon Musk,"
Oh yeah, dude, that would have been it. That would have been it. And it was sound clippable.
Oh my god,
man, that would have been.
A+.
That's what
I'll
I'm
give her
looking.
an A+.
That's the holy grail for me as the weirdo with the soundboard. Like if somebody could go and fuck Donald Trump as well. If they just like have something like that, I'm like, oh, the perfect clip. They are the chosen one, the one that the prophecies foretold of. Carved in stone.
Darn close.
She's getting there. I mean, the Hot Wheels thing needs to be on the soundboard, but people be in their feelings.
Yeah, people are all butthurt about that, and I don't know why.
Can't be making fun of people. That would be wrong.
Can't be making. Mikey and I observed a rather interesting segment of a show called Gutfeld.
Dude.
Earlier today.
Suckfeld.
Mikey was not aware of this Fox News late night TV show, and boy, I opened up a world of hurt for him.
Did you? Hold on, you're acting like they know what it is. Do you know what it is, Ollie?
Nope, not a clue.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. He doesn't watch it either.
All right, Gutfeld. He was one of the, like, was it Fox 5 or whatever? Like, he was one of the 5 main dudes that wasn't
Fox 5.
Yeah, he was one of the 5 main dudes who wasn't Hannity or
he was
Tucker
JV.
Carlson.
He was JV Fox News host.
Yeah.
And Fox News decided it needed a late night comedy TV show like a Colbert or a Fallon or something like that. And they picked this guy called Greg Gutfeld.
Oh my
who
god!
Doesn't know what comedy is.
No.
Okay, so he's like, what's his name in the Good Morning Vietnam movie? The guy that comes on the radio and doesn't know.
God, Ollie, that is a 35-year-old reference.
Exactly. That's why you have me here. That's why you have me here.
I got that reference, by the way.
Me too, but I'm just saying. We're gonna have to bring get some updated reference.
Long story short, if y'all want,
like in Casablanca, like
like in Pride and Prejudice.
Remember in chapter 2 of Moby Dick?
Yeah, you remember that chapter in the Bible?
Here I go. He went to 9 AD.
Yeah.
My favorite book was the Book of Job.
I remember when it came out, everybody was like running. Everybody was running to the printer to get their Bible updated. They're like, "Oh shit, the DLC for the Bible just dropped, dog."
That's right.
I'm using my points from buying the previous ones to get a discount.
No, but the thing is, the microtransactions on the newer ones, it's just not worth it.
Look, I'm already halfway committed. Like, I got the whole Old Testament. I got
the whole Testament.
I've got a partial Testament.
And the new one, and the new one.
Dude, can you imagine how expensive the Bible would have been if it was like printed by Call of Duty?
Oh my god!
Holy shit!
$700,000.
And it would just be changing all the time.
They have one thing in common, right?
Racists love it.
Other than that, okay. I'm just thinking all the different versions and all the different times mistakes, like, oh, this one fucked this, put it up, so we got to correct this. So all the different patches and downloads, right? So,
I was gonna say, has the Bible been patched a whole bunch?
That's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Like there'd be so many patches, and then there'd be like this huge update. And everybody like, what the fuck is this? And it would be all the different.
Damn it! They broke it again.
And then that would be all the different translations. So it would be the same thing, but you could like toggle it back and forth. It'd be like Master Chief Collection.
Why is it called the King James VIII?
dot I dot VVI dot.
Maybe no, it's LVVI, isn't it?
And some people be out there getting like the Mormon version, like the Latter-day Saints version.
Right. Which didn't show up till the 90s.
You don't know. It's always been around.
I can't believe they took till like when Saved by the Bell was over to start saying, okay, black people are people. It's like, you're kind of weird to be like racist for that long.
Didn't Alabama have the Confederate flag in its flag until like 2016 or some shit like that?
Right? South Carolina, I think.
No, they flew the flag, but one of the southern states had the Confederate flag in its flag until like maybe 10 years ago.
Mississippi, I think.
I think it was even later than that.
Like, I remember they had to be like, oh yeah, we probably do have to change our flag, huh, guys? It's like 2020.
Chad, help us out. We're stupid.
Yeah. Anyway, what the fuck was I gonna say?
Vibes.
No, we did vibes.
We did vibes.
We're
done. We're on to the next video.
We're on to the next video.
I don't wanna. That one was fun.
Mikey, you might want to do like one good, one bad.
Give us some pineapple.
Don't front load all the good stuff.
You're right. Now presenting the lady from Colorado, Handjob Boebert.
Is into 2 minutes.
Hoping
Thank
for
you,
a
Mr.
Boebert.
Speaker, and bless my colleagues' hearts on the other side of the aisle, using married women as a
Whoa. Hold on.
Oh boy.
Hold on. I gotta turn her up a little bit.
I haven't seen this clip. This is gonna be real weird, isn't it?
How's she saying bless their hearts? Bitch, you're not Southern.
Yeah, you're from fucking Colorado.
Like, what are you talking about? Bless their hearts. You're not a rural woman. Whatever.
My colleagues' hearts on the other side of the aisle, using married women as a gotcha for voting. I've never had to bring my birth certificate to prove that I was a registered voter. I have an ID that has a different name than my birth certificate. And also, since we're using women as bait here, maybe in the next...
She's trying a newer look. She's trying... Oh my... You know what she's doing? Oh my God, it just hit me. She's trying to be AOC.
Oh my God, is she?
Look,
oh my God.
Look.
She is.
She's copying AOC.
She's Mega C.
Next round of debates, they could explain to us exactly what a woman is. I rise in support of the SAVE Act. The American people are done messing around with a woke, weak-kneed system that lets our elections get hijacked. I am fighting for you, for me, for every American who knows our vote is sacred, and it's time to lock it down with citizens only. Let's cut the crap. Right now, you can walk up, check a box, claiming you're a citizen, and boom, you're registered for federal elections. No proof, no ID. That's not a system built on trust. It's a system vulnerable to error, fraud, and exploitation. And in Colorado, it was just expedited for the process for illegals to receive a driver's license. And in the state of Colorado, when you obtain a driver's license, you register to vote. The SAVE Act is...
So do they.
A common sense measure designed to protect the integrity of our electoral process, and at its core, it requires proof of citizenship to register to vote in federal elections. This isn't radical. It's not extreme. It's a basic safeguard to ensure that only those who are legally entitled to participate in our elections can do so. Let's be clear, this isn't about denying anyone's right to vote. It's about protecting the rights of every American citizen, not adding votes and subtracting American citizens' votes. I support the SAVE Act. Mr. Speaker, I yield back.
So what is the SAVE Act doing?
She's lying. First of all, let's start there. She's lying.
Yeah, that's
a lot. But
so Yeah, let's unpack this a little bit. First, the SAVE Act is a law they're trying to pass that says if you want to vote in a federal election, you have to have proof of citizenship.
Okay.
And that is currently not a thing because sometimes you can vote and not.
So in Canada here we have a social insurance number. You guys have a what's it called?
Yeah. So I'm looking at the Connecticut
Social security number for you guys.
Yeah.
So only citizens have that number, right?
Well, no.
Oh, okay.
Some immigrants have social security numbers because they
but
pay
only
into
if they've
Social
gone
Security.
through if they've gone through the steps for citizenship, or they can get it without it.
They can have legal status but not citizenship.
Okay.
So that's what they're trying
I'm
to.
not sure about ours either. I got to be honest with you.
So I'm looking at the Connecticut voter registration form, and let's say you need a name. You have to check a box that says you're a citizen. You have to be at least 18. What else we got here? The party you want to represent, your driver's license, or your last four of your social security. And you have to swear on the form, you have to sign that says, I affirm that I am a U.S. citizen, that I live in the address that I say I do, that I'm at least 17 years old, and I've not been convicted of a crime. And it says under that warning, if this statement is, if you're signing this and one of these things isn't true, you could go to jail and pay a fine. So
that's going to hurt your immigration case.
The SAVE Act isn't doing anything new. It's probably restricting people's rights to vote.
So what the SAVE Act just says you have to prove that you're a citizen.
Yeah, you have to bring proof of citizenship to the voting location.
And what do people have proof? Like, do you have proof of your citizenship?
I have a passport, so that's my proof. But not everyone has a passport.
Or needs a passport.
Yeah.
It says, I was reading through this AP article, that less than half of Americans have a passport.
Exactly.
Americans legendarily don't fucking travel. They'll travel, they'll go to, they won't go
other
to
states.
They won't go to France or Spain to go on a beach trip. They'll go to Florida or South Carolina. And if they want to see mountains, they don't go to the Alps. If they want to go skiing, they go to Colorado, they go to California, they go to like Big Bear or something like that. Like we have a lot of these exotic locations in the country already. So people don't travel like that. I love leaving the country. I love going somewhere else where everybody is different. I get off on that. That's great. I don't understand why they don't. And the thing is, they know, right? So behind this, what the intended outcome for this is, they're banking that some people don't have a copy of their social security card, and ordering a new one does require getting a bunch of paperwork, and it might be a few dollars in there.
Plus, they just gutted Social Security Administration,
right?
So they have no one to help you, so it's going to take 10 times longer.
Right. So So this is, you see where the fix is this is voter suppression, because they're going to wait until somebody can't find their thing, or a woman doesn't change her married name and get her legal name, and then get a new social security card. Because if your because that's what they're going to do, is they're going to be a bunch of election watchers standing outside of fucking polling places saying, well, give me your ID, and then give me your social security card. I can ask for it because of the SAVE Act.
Yeah.
Oh, your names are different, I'm not letting you vote.
And
okay.
And just to remind everyone, total cases of fraudulent voting, any kind of fraudulent voting, we're talking claims of non-citizens voting, we're talking people voting twice, dead people voting, total claims in the 2024 election,
20 million
actual cases,
20 million illegals.
0.0001% of the vote.
6.
I could have swung it.
That's by the way, that's not confirmed cases. That's just actual claims that were investigated.
There you go. So yeah, this is voter suppression.
Yeah, this is national voter suppression.
And then some people, like if you live in a big city and like you've been voting your entire life, and now they say, okay, now you need to go get a driver's license. It's like, I don't fucking drive, guy.
Yeah.
I don't even have a car. Why do I need a driver's license?
So
to vote.
Well, now you know what I mean? And if you have it, and then it depends on the DMV, but if you have any tickets or anything like that, or if you have any fines, they may withhold your stuff until you can pay those fines off to get your new ID. Like there's any number of ways that going to trusting the DMV, which they hate so much, to be the sole place that really registers people and verifies all this stuff. It seems like they're intentionally making another bottleneck, just like they did for immigration.
Yeah.
They want it. Immigration should do this and it should do that. Well, this is what y'all do. Y'all you underfund and then you overwhelm. And you say, then now we don't need it.
And to get on my soapbox a little bit about this, because
do it.
Voter ID laws on a state by state basis are cruel enough, but when you say, as a conservative, as a Republican, as a whatever you call yourself, that states' rights matter the most, and then you say, but the federal government really needs to handle this.
Yep.
That is the most hypocritical bullshit ever.
Small government, Tim.
Yeah. When you're like, oh, we need smaller government, but there needs to be a law at the federal level saying that you need citizenship, you need proof of citizenship to vote. Or let's say you want a law at the federal level that is like, oh, well, you know, we want taxes to be cheap for everyone except for the poor people. Or you say you want the states to handle education, but the president's out there saying you're not going to be able to pay back your student loans. Like, what the fuck? What the fuck? You want stuff to be handled at the state level until the states decide that you don't like that they don't like what you're doing. The same thing with abortion. It should be handled at the states, but we need a federal law outlawing abortion.
Well, how about who can go on a fucking ballot in the first place?
Yeah.
Where some people are saying, hey, there's an insurrectionist on the ballot.
Yeah.
Fucking pick a side. Either you want a federal government that just does everything, apparently, or you want the states to handle it.
Yes.
Back to... All right, so Boebert... The word she said without the dick in her mouth.
Sucking us dry and...
Oh, God.
Perfect.
She's going to get a fail on this one.
Yeah, I think an F.
She was just straight up lying the whole time, right?
And she
totally misrepresenting.
And she did this fake bullshit.
Minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and bless my colleagues' hearts on the other side of the aisle using
like don't even try to use it. You used it all awkward. You're not Southern.
Let's talk delivery.
Sounds like a Karen at a HOA meeting. HOA Karen vibes.
Yeah, for sure.
She was very whiny.
Mm-hmm. And I'm really excited about things that I don't understand and I'm reading for the first time. Clearly no grasp of the material. Shit delivery.
What material?
F.
Yeah.
Vibes.
You just rated her the lowest she's got. You played no.
I'm giving her a D because I don't want her to win.
What's the website where you can buy like knockoff shit from China super
cheap?
Temu. She is the Temu version of AOC.
There you go. Temu AOC.
That's my rating for vibes.
Here we go.
I mean, she's a stalwart, Mikey.
Green. They're calling her Rhino Taylor Green.
I think it's a really major mistake and an insult to me.
They're all dancing for their supper now.
They are.
They're trying to get on the right side of the coup.
Dancing with themselves.
All right, next video.
Thank God.
Let's move it along.
Go pineapple again. Save the best for last.
Oh, you don't want that, Ollie. You don't want the smoke, Ollie.
Yeah.
This is
I'm not scared of Peterson.
Everyone's favorite, whatever the fuck he does. Jordan Peterson talking about Canadian politics. Jordan Peterson is currently top of the worst of the worst. Let's see if he can improve that score.
And where's he from?
Canada.
Canadians are reasonable, and we are polite, but we will not back down from a fight.
Bill Poole is a shame. He's shameful.
To a degree that was virtually impossible as he impoverished Canada to no positive end whatsoever on the environmental front. And all that's going to happen is that that's going to be much worse under Carney. So we already see that Carney's set at serious odds, for example, with Danielle Smith in Alberta. And that's a continuation of the scrap that Smith and the West has been having with Trudeau and the Liberals.
Another Botoxin motherfucker.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
No crow's feet on that wrinkly face? Okay. Now I know what to look for.
And the East as a whole. That's not going to rectify itself. It isn't even obvious to me that the country itself, which the Liberals for the last 10 years have regarded as an entity with no real central identity anyways, it isn't obvious to me at all that the country's going to be able to survive another 4-year round of liberal, utopian, globalist, environmentalist, net zero catastrophe.
Will you promise to just leave the known world if that's wrong?
Right?
That would be nice. That would be
like,
nice.
Put some meat in the game. Fuck off to Antarctica.
No, the Penguins. You know they're just getting tariff. They can't afford it.
Ike. They'll handle it.
They don't call us emperors for nothing.
And so don't be thinking that Carney's a new guy. And don't be thinking that his stellar resume indicates that he's going to produce some kind of economic revival in Canada. Because all the evidence points to the fact that he's going to continue to pursue the net zero delusions that he's already established as the center of his entire edifice of thought. And if you don't believe me, and maybe you don't want to or can't,
I don't want
or
to.
you doubt me,
I can't.
read
I doubt you.
Values yourself. And then you'll see. Read the first 3 chapters and the last 3 chapters, because the middle of it's just boilerplate. It's only there to make the book thick instead of pamphlet length. And so an hour of reading and you'll figure out who Carney is. Now, if you believe that carbon dioxide output on the part of Canada constitutes an existential threat of the sort that requires us to become poverty-stricken over the next 40 years, well, we virtue signal about how the...
Hey, Peterson, you won't be here for 40 years, bud, just to let you know. Just to let you know.
Gonna be dead.
Yeah, we don't have a very big carbon footprint here in Canada. It's very, very small. And yes, we are overtaxing it slightly, but the amount of taxes that they're paying is really a very minor amount. And Carney signed a bill last week, wasn't it? Reducing that amount. So, fuck this guy.
Well, Peterson seems to think by doing that, he's going to bankrupt your country.
Yeah, fuck this guy. We're doing it to try and show the way forward for the rest of the world.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
America doesn't care.
Yeah, you guys don't care, but there's other countries that do.
Do they?
Do they really?
I think it's
maybe.
Oh,
maybe not.
Because if you care about the situation like in earnest, then it wouldn't matter that you were just offsetting your own carbon.
Yeah.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
The goal is to help the earth. So yeah, they're doing something to help the earth, not to just, take care of their own stuff, but to help the earth.
So
I mean, and net zero carbon emissions should be the first goal. Right?
Yeah.
That's the first thing that we need to do immediately.
And then we got to
20 years ago.
And then we
need and then you need to go under that to fucking reverse it.
Yeah, the carbon sequestration.
Yeah, we need...
That should be the next X Prize.
Yeah, we need efficient and reliable carbon capture and then shoot it in the space somewhere.
Or find a use for it.
Put it in the ground.
Find a use for it. Yeah.
Put it in the ground.
Fire it into the sun.
Firing it to the sun takes way more carbon than would be all of the...
Yeah.
It's hard to get some... I had no idea how hard it was to get something into the sun.
It's expensive.
Well, if it's going to take a couple 100 years to get there, it's not that hard. You just got to get it launched into orbit or out of orbit.
To get closer to the sun, you have to slow down, which requires energy that you don't have because we're traveling Earth speed. So to slow down takes a ton of energy because the Earth is cooking, just fucking whipping around. So if you want to get to, if you want to slow down to get down the gravity well, to get down towards the sun, you know what I mean? You got to think of it like like when you put a bucket of water on a rope or whatever and you're spinning it and you're trying to get towards the middle.
Right, yeah. It's
You
like
have
you're
to
in a
counter
whirlpool.
Yeah, you have to get out of the Earth's speed, which is incredibly hard to do apparently. So you can leave, you can go out, but going in is hard. You have to slow down.
And you also have to factor in there are only certain times where you can even launch stuff to the sun.
Yeah. You got to go you got to go at night.
It's even it's like going to Mars. Fuck you, Mikey. It's like going to Mars. You can only go to Mars at a very specific window of time.
Yeah.
Unless you have unlimited fuel, which it's not going to happen in our multitudes of lifetimes past us. So
you got to wait till Earth's at its certain point in its orbit.
Yeah.
The Mars is way to fuck over here at the time you launch, but you're launching it this way, and Mars catches up with you here.
Yeah, I hear
Right?
once every like 3 years that happens.
Yeah.
So I mean, we can let Elon do it. Elon, feel free to leave the fucking planet, bro.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out.
Kay says Gooning Kermit voice. He does have a Gooning Kermit voice.
Jump in that
Like if
truck and just launch yourself into space, would you?
Like if Kermit was born on 4chan. That's Jordan Peterson.
Kermit
planet could be saved while doing absolutely nothing about actually addressing any true environmental problems, then Carney's your guy.
The Rainbow Connection.
And if you think that core Canadian values are the values of the radical utopian environmentalist left, then Carney's your guy. Now, he purports to be a free market believer, which takes him out of the left-wing camp, but the way he maneuvers around that problem...
What was
Words
that?
are hard.
What was that? He gave me a skin of marinkadink. What the fuck?
Him out of the left-wing camp, but the way he maneuvers around that problem is by saying, well, the free market doesn't address the really important problems, and it's the central planners, the highly educated technocratic central planners that have to pick up the slack. And so he says free market, but what he means is central planning, free market. And what he means by central planning is his vision. And what his vision is, that's the other thing about Carney. You know, I read his book Values, and one of the things I really...
Oh, boy.
This guy is a lot. He is a lot. He is wearing me out. Oof.
I want to be a utopian leftist, whatever he was talking about. That sounds fun.
Sounds great.
That's
Star Trek.
guys.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. Why don't people want Star Trek?
Because
why
then
don't
there
they
aren't
want
rich
it?
Can that be our new party that we go for? And it's the Starfleet party. Like we're just trying to
Starfleet.
Yeah, we're just here to kick off Starfleet. That's it. That's the only thing our party has intentions on doing.
We just got to make sure it doesn't get fucking co-opted by some fucking Elon bros.
No, they're not. No, you'll have to have watched the show to even get in, and they'll never make it.
Trek.
He's gonna buy Star
One
Trek.
of the goals is to eliminate money, right?
Yeah, guys, money is made up.
Again?
It's fake. We made it up.
Yeah.
We do not care.
Give it to us.
We can change the rules of money. We do it all the fucking time. The
Have you ever
government
been
just
wrong?
makes more
I was
money.
like, no.
The government just makes more money for no reason.
The aircraft starts upside down and burning.
Everyone's stock portfolio.
Yeah, yeah. Like Trump can manipulate your fucking money however he wants. He wants to devalue the dollar for ha-has.
Oh yeah, after we got done, he went on and did that interview saying he made $2 billion off of the crash.
Yeah, like guys.
Just after we finished, I found it. I was like,
He said the quiet part out loud.
yeah, dude. You guys should buy. Hey, I made $2 billion. You're not supposed to have stocks, idiot.
we got off the gold standard. Now it's time to get rid of fiat currency.
Back to goats and sheeps.
I don't like Elon Musk. I'm going to say it 50,000 times.
And it's perfect.
It's so good.
Awesome.
It's so good.
All right, play another minute of this idiot, and then we'll do the thing.
Why?
Okay,
I
Tim,
like to watch
I'll
you suffer.
push the button.
Push the button.
We could just rate it now.
No.
What I really hope for in a book is that I learned something, and all I learned from reading Values was something about Carney. I didn't learn anything of any substantial import in consequence of reading the book.
Have you read J.D. Vance's book?
And
Coaches.
And I learned that he didn't have a single original idea. There wasn't a single original idea in that entire book. Like the first 3 chapters and the last 3 chapters
This is 3.
outline his ideas, but they're not his ideas. Diversity, inclusivity, equity, that's not Carney's idea.
Doesn't he hate gay people?
He hates everyone.
He's very flamboyant, no?
Yes.
Kinda, yeah.
He doesn't.
And look how he's dressed. You know, it's all starting to sing a different tune. You know what I mean?
If you want to know all about Jordan Peterson,
No.
go watch a very short episode of Some More News.
It's only 3 hours.
It's very. Don't check the timestamp. But
just press play.
He doesn't hate gay people outright. He just doesn't know what to do with them. He doesn't. Like, he has very confused views on like gay marriage and gay people in general. He thinks that it's okay to be gay, but not okay to be gay socially. Like, it's very weird.
I'm just saying, he's looking fabulous.
Yeah.
And he's just very, you know what I'm saying, hand puppets-y.
Yeah, he's got a lot of like hand gestures.
You know what I mean? Are you hiding?
Casting spells.
Fucking expecto patronum.
Environmental social governance, these new policies that are hypothetically going to govern the biggest financial
He don't look Italian, I'm just saying.
institutions in the world, and every financial decision everybody makes with stakeholder capitalism and central top-down planning, none of that's his idea. Net zero, that's not his idea. And Carney had the opportunity in Values to put forward a platform of ideas
Camera
because
switch.
he could have said, well,
that's a
here's the
camera
problem
switch
with the
shot.
fossil fuel economy, and it's leading us into this carbon dioxide catastrophe. And here's an absolutely detailed industrial plan for how Canada could move itself forward, own its own technology, develop a new industrial base that was renewable. Here's the detailed proposals, and here's the vision. Here's the proof of concept. There's none of that in this book. There's hand-waving about how the magical new
I know you didn't just say hand waving. I know you didn't.
renewable economy, and he has the gall to talk about hydrogen, which is like the most appalling proposition possible. No one takes the idea of a hydrogen economy seriously.
They should.
What are you talking about? Honda just made an engine.
The no robot horse?
BMW made a production model hydrogen car 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Bro,
So
I would not want to work on that project. Can you imagine, like, all right, I'm just going to take a bus. Oh, let me just time machine. Like those dudes, the oil guys do not want them to make a hydrogen car.
There are countries in Europe who are developing a hydrogen infrastructure for filling stations for these cars. It's happening.
Yeah.
We're just like this in America. I don't see it. It
and that-
doesn't exist.
And that Honda engine is like super small and super efficient.
Yeah.
Like 450 horse.
Their
Batteries
exhaust is
may not be the way to go.
water. Their exhaust is clean water.
No, we can't have that.
Commie bastards.
Batteries just might not be the way to go because they're too fucking heavy.
Yeah, well, and they're damaging to the environment. Those lithium-ion batteries. What do you do when you're done with them?
Yeah.
Send them back to the third world country that we got them from, and then just let those
dump
people
them.
die of cancer.
Mexico.
Just how far can you get in 3 hours if you can't find a charging station, eh?
Mexico. That's where they go.
Yeah.
All the factories for fucking Tesla's batteries are in fucking Mexico because they don't
thought they
have
were
the
in China.
environmental- No, they're in Mexico. The rest of the cars made in China. The batteries are made in Mexico because they don't have environmental standards.
I heard
What
something.
the fuck is on
interesting.
his tie? It's bothered me. What,
Don't
can
think
we
It's
zoom in?
it's like we can't zoom in. It's a video, but it looks like it's
Enhance.
that doesn't work.
Enhance.
It looks like it's some
Enhance,
sort.
create 3D image.
It looks like there's some sort of like view of like some trees, and some like tops of houses, and then like a big pine tree. I'm guessing.
It looks like it might be like a landscape painting of some kind.
Yeah, that it's just repeated with no observable
pattern. A Christmas scene, to tell you the honest truth, because there's so much white in it.
Or maybe some snow. I can't really tell.
All right, gentlemen.
All right, good. We're done. Thank God.
The words that Jordan Peterson tried to speak.
F.
Benzadiah Peterson.
I'm gonna go with D. I mean, he does speak big words. He's just not. I don't like his opinion, but he knows how to speak for the most part.
That's all. There are plenty of things that are bad and wrong, but it doesn't make them fascist.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with D. You can all vote however.
I'll go with D.
D minus.
Ollie, A.
He's got a dick in his mouth.
That averages out to something.
Sucking us dry and.
God damn it. The delivery is where he can get an F.
Yeah,
right?
fuck yeah.
Delivery,
yeah.
He is all over the place. All over the place.
Well, I did this. Why can't you?
The hand gestures are just ridiculous. He's ridiculous. I think F.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Triple F.
All right, boys. Presentation time.
Here comes Ollie. He's like, well, he gets an A minus because it's
No.
His sleeves are wrinkly.
Look how tight that fucking suit is on him. What the fuck was he thinking?
Why is he wearing a vest in the house?
Well, yeah, why is he wearing a vest? Like, I mean,
while you're sitting down, like, you know what I mean? Like, your outfit doesn't... Look at his little corset. Look at it all bunched up there.
Yeah. He's not muscular.
No.
But yet the pants are so tight on his legs, you can see every curve of his legs.
I can see his leg hairs.
Up
bursting
on his
through.
upper arm and stuff like that. He's not muscular, but you can see his arm through the jacket. It's just so tight. What was he thinking?
It looks like it's made out of scratchy material too. Is that just me?
It looks itchy.
Maybe.
It looks like it looks like costume clothes.
And pinstripes shouldn't be rainbows.
He went for the baby blue and the brown pinstripes.
Yeah.
Baby blue, you've been on my mind.
You can have the pinstripes, or you can have the pattern tie like that, but you can't do both.
I think he's wearing a brown belt.
That would be bad if he was.
I think he is.
Either black or gray with that would be the only two acceptable belt colors.
He is some white face paint and a red rubber nose away from being a clown.
Yeah. As for the actual set in the background and everything like that, like, I mean, that's all right. It's fairly clean cut. And, you know, it's not ugly.
What kind of face is that?
But
and they were coming all over me.
Oh God, that's good.
I love Tesla.
Oh, let me just get a little snapshot of your little gash. There you go.
That's his O face.
Yeah.
You can't.
Oh, I feel bad for all the women he's paid to have sex.
That's not his O face.
Wow.
It's not manly to orgasm. I would never.
Orgasm.
I've been doing it wrong.
This guy is such a clown.
So, he failed, but he did get an F. He's a D.
Oh, Scott in the chat wants to know what you think about the fireplace.
Oh, he's got a flashlight in there. Motherfucker.
Good call out, sir.
Look at that.
Yeah.
I
It
can't
might be
even
a real
afford a natural gas
fireplace, but it's
fireplace anymore
fake
'cause
now.
of this liberal government.
Yeah, he's got a flashlight in there. What the fuck, man? Use your goddamn fireplace or don't. Don't put a fucking flashlight in there.
Like, do I have a do I have a flashlight in my fucking fireplace right now? No. If I want fire in there, I'll turn it the fuck on.
And why are you using a lapel mic when you're doing an interview with yourself?
Yeah.
Just put the mic next to you.
He's got like 4 fucking cameras. Do a boom.
Right.
And then get over it. Like, if you have the 4 cameras to do all these different shots, you can obviously have a dude standing there for an hour with a boom mic. Right? Or
Cheap
set up
bastard.
your own. Have your boom on a fucking crane thing. Just get rid of the lapel mic. You don't need it.
Especially if you're going to be doing all these goddamn arm movements. The poor audio engineer is going to have to filter all that bullshit out. Lord, this is being my nightmares.
Presentation, D for presentation.
D, yeah, I think we're at a D.
So dumb.
Okay, D for presentation. This might kick him out of the top spot. I don't know, because the other one, he almost got a DNF. I think he's at 0.5, yeah. So, vibes.
Vibes is an F.
Vibes.
Holy fuck, the guy's just... Ah.
An F is
I
generous.
can't describe. He's a fascist.
He is a fascist.
He's
Hey,
a fascist.
That's all. There's plenty of things that are bad and wrong, but it doesn't make them fascist.
He's such a fucking asshole. F.
Yeah, I'll give him an F for vibes. He's just the worst.
Yeah.
He uses big words because he thinks it makes him smart.
The world.
He can only have these kinds of conversations when he's by himself.
Yeah. Watching him talk to real people is even worse.
Because he doesn't listen. God, that's so
No.
annoying.
He's got his script. He's trying to stick to it.
Yeah.
And if you try and get him off the script, no, he just goes right back to it.
He just starts bulldozing over people. It gets so irritating.
Ooh. All right. Yeah, I'll have to do some calculations, but play the next video.
Playing next video.
We have to.
The next video is good. It's okay.
Is this the last
This
video?
is gonna be gentle. This is the last one.
You've lied to me before.
Just listen.
He has, but
He has.
he promises 50-50 at the beginning of the show.
Just trust me. It's okay.
No.
I'm gonna need you to be drug tested.
The president was elected.
Yes.
He runs the trade policy, and I advise him and execute his
Who
trade
executes the trade policy?
I execute the trade
Did you
policy.
know
Mr. President.
that this was happening?
We have been discussing all kinds of
And there's another
options.
member of the cabinet, Bessent, who just canceled coming to the Hill to avoid talking about the market because it's in turmoil.
Got your ass, Charlie Murphy. He's like, yeah, I'll see you up there, man. I'll see you up there, dog. Yeah, Capitol Hill, I'll be there with you. I'm calling in sick.
Days because there was no strategy, there was no plan. The president chose to take actions that he didn't even have the authority to take. He's put our economy in disarray and near collapse. We have small businesses and Americans who are concerned about their well-being, people's retirement, people's 529 accounts went down because of this administration. We have people that are planning to send their kids to college this fall.
Not anymore.
People who are retiring whose benefits have declined. Is this market manipulation?
No.
Why not? If it was a plan, if it was always the plan, how is this not market manipulation?
It's not market manipulation.
Good question.
Well, then what is it? Because it sure is not a strategy.
We're trying to reset the global trade system. That's
And
offshored,
what
offshored all of our factories.
and what has that done?
Offshored all of
How
our
have you
jobs.
done? How have you achieved any of that? But to enact enormous harm on the American people, which was our concern from the very beginning. Tariffs are a tool. It can be used in the appropriate way to protect U.S. jobs and small businesses. But that's not what this does. So if it's not market manipulation, what is it? Who's benefiting? What billionaire just got richer? And all the while, there are not even any Republicans left in this hearing. They all left because they don't even want to defend this. But meanwhile, the Speaker is rushing to the floor to pass a budget reconciliation to screw America by passing the biggest tax cut in history on the backs of the American people. WTF? Who's in charge? Because it sure doesn't look like it's the trade representative. You just got the rug pulled out from under you. I wish I could feel some empathy, but the empathy I have is for the American people whose very well-being and livelihoods are being affected. This is not a game. This is real life. I yield back.
There you go.
God damn.
Not happy.
WTF?
Telling
Who's in
it like it
charge?
is.
I knew that was a new clip.
We got some good ones today.
Ugh.
Who the fuck is in charge?
I mean, that's the whole thing, right? If this guy is his trade deputy or whatever, how did he not know what the fuck was going to happen?
Yeah.
It's the classic case of how much did you know and when did you know it?
Yeah.
And now all of them are like, oh, well, I just found out when y'all found out. Let's see if your portfolios move like that. There needs to be an investigation on them because there's no way Trump didn't tell them all exactly when and where to trade. And they shorted the market.
Sounds about on level for course for this administration.
Like, that's crazy.
Content?
B+. Well, I don't know.
I'll give him an A.
That might be A worthy. He didn't swear at him. He's gotten closer to anybody else.
That's delivery, though.
For sure.
I mean, pointing out that the dude got fucking left behind by the Treasury Secretary.
Yeah.
and saying
he got stood up.
And saying like, you're not in charge. Who the fuck is in? Like, I think A for content.
I'll go with that.
Yeah, I think so too.
He definitely made sure that dude knew that he was fucked.
So you're the only dum-dum that showed up to this, right? It's just me and you, girlfriend. Let's dance.
None of that sounds fascist to you at all? No, of course it doesn't.
Where was that
I don't
from?
want it to be.
Is that JD Vance?
No.
Oh, it sounds like
None
JD
of that sounds
Vance.
fascist to you at all? No, of course it doesn't.
That is JD Vance.
That is Vance.
I gotta get the kiddo.
So
what's our next category?
Delivery.
Delivery. How he spoke the words.
Yeah. So this
was pretty fiery.
Yeah, this is where we could comment about like how fucking upset he was.
Yeah. So compared to what's her name earlier there, I mean Jasmine Crockett, I think knocked it out of the park where he was behind her.
Right.
But I mean he was up there. He's probably A quality. So B plus A.
I think I'm going to stick with B+. I liked it, but I've seen it done better. I don't know how to explain it really. It's
he's not he doesn't get you going, right? He doesn't. I appreciated what he said, but he doesn't get you riled up.
Exactly. That's a good way.
Yeah, I think B+ is good. Like if he had said "what the fuck" a couple of times, that would have been yes.
Fuck you, bitch. That would have been. Oh, happy day.
Well, wouldn't they stop him from speaking and sanction him and stuff like that if he swears?
Oh yeah, because we have all this decorum in our house.
So,
but
sometimes.
Other times, not so much.
Depends if we're saying it or if you're saying it.
Yeah, basically. We'll wait for Mikey to come back, but presentation, since he's on the screen.
That's a pretty average suit and tie business appearance. Another B+. What's that pin he's got on? It's probably either his state pin or something, right?
So I've been looking at those pins. Those are the pins that for like their district.
Yeah.
To show that they're House members. Like it has like a thing on that says like it's a little pin for their whatever their district is. So they all have different ones.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll give him. He's got a nice thing going on. I'll give him a B.
That's what I was saying. B+.
Yeah.
He looks good, but he's not spectacular or anything like that. It's just good business attire.
Well, comparing it to Jordan Peterson that we just had the pleasure of experiencing, then
yeah. So he looks way better than Peterson, of course. So that's a normal tie. Doesn't fucking make you go, what the fuck is that? Right? It's a regular suit. Doesn't have pinstripes.
It's a picture of my dog.
It might be a little bit tad bit big on him, but it seems to fit him fairly well. It might just be the way he's sitting in the chair, popping up the back of the jacket, but
Right.
so.
All right. And I mean, we'll have to give Mikey's individual grades for all these later, but vibes.
Again, like I said earlier, he didn't get you fired up.
I appreciated it, but it wasn't storm the trenches talk, if that makes sense.
Even though he came real close to swearing, it just he's saying he's kind of just pointing out the obvious.
Yeah. He is pointing, but he's also like, he's got some like, you know, what the fuck is going on here? Like, how come you're not answering? Like, I think that more Congress people need to do this, like, you know, like what John Larson did, what Jasmine Crockett's doing, you know.
Yeah, but they got to name
Cory
names.
Booker. Yeah, I mean,
names.
Well, he's trying to name names, but that other
they
guy
don't know
is
who
like, yeah, they don't know who at this point. They have no idea.
So
they're trying to name names.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Right. So D-, everyone agrees.
We were on vibes, Mikey, but what's your delivery and presentation?
Kind of like the shirt. Tie's okay. I'm not a big navy suit guy. It looks like navy. I mean, that's fine. Haircut's nice. Beard's nice.
We were thinking like a B+ for
Yeah.
presentation.
Good business attire.
Mm-hmm. So. Got his little lapel thing from Congress.
And we didn't do vibes yet, so what's your vibes?
I like his vibes. I give him an A on vibes because especially calling out that you're the only one here, stupid.
Yeah.
And it looks like everybody knew about the thing, and you just said you knew about it. So when did you know about it? Like, I like it. Because that's what it's going to take. Because this shit's about to get hilariously bad.
If it isn't already, right?
Yeah.
Well, this isn't the bad part yet.
Yeah, well.
This is just the stock market finding out about it. It's going to take another 2 months for regular people to realize how bad it's going to be. And then the bad happens.
You guys are on a roller coaster. You've just crested the hill and started down. And you're picking up speed.
I think.
And I don't know if the track continues beyond the bottom.
My accounts have lost about 5-6K.
Really?
With Trump shit.
Wow.
So not great.
I have like $50 invested. Oh, well, I suppose I do have a 401k, but it's so small I haven't even looked at it.
Well, and like most of that is my 401k from my job. So it is assumed it's going to go up and down because that's how 401ks work. But
remember in America when you used to get a fucking pension?
No.
I think we need to ban 401ks and go back to a pension plan.
Yeah.
When the company was just like, hey, worker, we got you.
You know what CPP stands for up here?
What?
Canada Pension Plan.
Oh, man.
So if anybody wants a sneaky way to have a better retirement for the end of your career, go work for the government, most likely a state government, for like 3 to 5 years. You can then get into the pension plan.
All right, so
that's what I did.
So A on vibes, B+. What are we thinking?
I was at a B+. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'll side with Mikey on the A, but it's gonna average out to a B+. All right, so let me do some quick calculations here. So
beep boop beep.
We'll do the top 5 list first this time.
Yeah.
Retaining his number 1 spot, the GOAT, Representative John Larson.
Well, I did this. Why can't you?
Flippity floppity flu.
He shamed his way to an S ring.
Shame!
Damn.
This comes at you, man. Moving on to number 2, the other GOAT, Bernie Sanders.
We got a runner.
Yeah.
Freeze, sir! Freeze! Hey!
And moving up to the number 3 spot, Jasmine Crockett.
I don't like Elon Musk. I'm going to say it 50,000 times.
That might be one of my new favorites.
Yeah, might be.
Retaining the number 4 spot, Jagmeet Singh.
We're keeping our elbows up, bud.
Oh, girl, baby girl. Oh.
And let's see, who is the new number 5 here? We got a new number 5.
Oh yeah, that's when that Karen was yelling at him. I was like, which video did we watch?
Tammy Duckworth, bumped down to number 5 from number 3.
That's confusing to me. How did she was at 3, Singh was at 4, but she dropped 5?
Oh, that's right. I got those two mixed up. So Jagmeet is number 5, Duckworth is number 4. Yes, you are correct.
That's just
correct.
Canadian honesty in me coming out. I could have left the Canadian at 4.
He just said it wrong. The chart's right.
He only cares about Canadians. You've heard it here
first. Caught it later.
This is not unbiased politics.
Yeah, get it right, Ollie.
Can we change the show to biased politics?
At
worst, this point, yeah, dude.
The worst people here. There's not much change, but there is some change. Number 5, Trump.
I don't know if I have any clips of him.
I don't know.
Who, Trump?
No
who?
person.
She's a Marxist.
I love Tesla.
I love Tesla.
Come.
Let's see, Trump, and then number 4.
And they were coming right on top of me, and within about 3 or 4 seconds, I was covered with.
I love Tesla.
Number 4, just beating out Trump slightly. MTG, Magic the Gathering.
I think it's a really major mistake and an insult to me.
Let's see, and then Vice President J.D. Vance is number 3.
Yep.
Oh, I'll bet you would.
Oh, I'll bet you would. Guys, there's been a lead change.
Oh no.
Ba-bum.
Jordan Peterson earned himself enough points.
Damn it.
To come out of the bottom?
To be number 2.
Okay.
Damn it.
Which elevates who's number 2?
So the new number 1, Elon Musk.
Yeah, well, that makes sense. That makes sense, honestly.
I'm shocked.
How many times did she say it?
50,000
times.
So I guess I'll have to find a worse Jordan Peterson video.
Okay, you can.
I was about to say that'll be hard.
He's been around for a long time, so there's definitely worse videos out there.
Yeah, so I guess I'm gonna have to find something really terrible that he said.
Why? What? Yeah, you don't have to.
Listen, Elon's tough to beat. He's been working his way up the ranks the whole season.
Yeah.
He's
gone underground though. He's not. We might not see too many more new Elon videos.
Listen, he just called Trump's fucking tariff advisor a moron.
A bag of bricks.
Yeah. Check mark, whatever it's called.
Yeah. He called
Twitter.
Called him a sack of stupid.
Yeah.
But I'm sure Elon Musk will pop up again, man. He was just doing another cabinet meeting where he was like, "I'm great, you're great, we're all great. Thanks.
Let us rob the people."
Yeah. Like
I think somebody told him, dude, you got to step into the background or else you're going to get more hate. And he hates.
Well,
he doesn't like the hate.
Well, he doesn't like he doesn't like the tariffs thing. So if he doesn't want to be on board with the tariffs, he has to sit backstage.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And there will be a very public breakup between Trump and Musk at some point.
I can't wait for
We
that.
will react to it.
And it will be comedy gold.
I bet he puts him in jail.
Oh man, Trump would be petty enough to fucking put him in jail or deport him. Send him to El Salvador.
My God.
By the way, before we came on the show, I was listening to the news, and the Supreme Court ruled unanimously that the Trump administration has to get that guy back from El Salvador.
Good. Good. That's crazy.
So
this is still a thing, which is so depressing.
Yeah, initially they paused the other judge's order, but they all were like, "Yeah, you got to get this guy back." And it's the Trump administration's responsibility to get him back.
Like, they can't fucking pull up there and be like, "Hey, can you go get us Garcia?"
Yeah.
Yeah, the one we dropped off.
It takes a phone call.
Just have him at the gate ready for you. Pick him up on the, go get him.
And then I can't wait for that dude to sue the shit out of the federal government.
We're gonna be living in the United States of Garcia. He's gonna be worth that lawsuit. Gonna be worth so much money. We're gonna owe him for 1,000 years.
Yeah, they should just offer him a check for $40 million when he gets off the plane.
No, give him SpaceX. That's his compensation.
No, give him a gold card. You've earned it. Get into America free.
They're gonna have to factor that dude into the reconciliation budget. Like,
that's what I'm saying. Yeah. He's gonna be a percentage of GDP going forward.
He's gonna write a book to say, the title of the book is "I was deported by Trump."
Yeah.
By accident. Like
on purpose.
And the administration was even like, "Oh yeah, we made an oopsie. Oh well, what are you gonna do?"
And they was laughing about it.
Yeah.
There should be criminal charges, but let's see what Pam Bondi does.
Right. Well, I mean, the Supreme Court was like, you got to fucking go get him. I don't know what the repercussions are for not going to get him. Like
contempt.
Contempt, but then who's like the Supreme Court doesn't enforce their rulings. Like, that's not their function.
I was wondering about this, and I was going to ask you: can judges,
sheriffs,
marshals? So can I wonder if judges can deputize marshals?
They can.
Oh well, then there you go.
Because there's a bunch of
marshals to enforce their rulings. However, it gets messy if they send marshals to government complexes that have their own security. Who do they listen to? If Trump's administration is telling them not.
Well, I mean, that's what they're there for, right? To fight whoever is not supposed to be where they're not supposed to be. Like, that's their job. You know what I mean? Like, that's their job to say, it's shootout time because you decided that my judge says I'm supposed to be doing this and you're going against what a judge says. That's between you and the judge. My judge says you need to open that door and let me go get so-and-so. If you don't want to do that, then there's what, you know what I mean? Like, that's the fight. But and to who these marshals could be, those roles could be filled by, if only there wasn't all these FBI field agents who now are suddenly unemployed. I wonder if they can find them and deputize them.
So, according to the Constitution of the United States, I know, we don't believe in it anymore. But according to the Constitution of the United States, the executive branch enforces Supreme Court decisions.
Right.
So,
what?
This might turn into a
thing.
A thing. Like, this might turn into the Supreme Court's going to be ignored by the President of the United States, and then we'll be in a constitutional crisis again. More constitutional crises.
And that's why I'm saying I think the judges will deputize people.
I mean, they could, but they have to. I think they're gonna try and like not do that, because then it removes a check and balance for the Supreme Court, right?
It's already out of balance.
But that's what I'm saying. It makes it further out of balance. Like, boy, we need a clean slate on all this stuff, guys. We need a new
everything.
We need to be like France and just rewrite the bitch. And just figure it out, because the president broke the game.
Yeah.
Yep.
He broke the game. He's OP, and like nobody wants to play with him anymore.
He bought the power-ups that you get from the microtransactions.
Yep.
Literally.
He didn't level up normally.
He was like, "Oh, we're level 3. Can I be like a tiefling, and I want to be a fucking
rogue.
I want to be the very best."
He's like, which monster classes can I take?
Yep.
How broken can I be as a character? What are my stats? Is it all 18s? Great.
I have a 90-point build.
That'd be better than 18s.
All
Did
right.
anyone see Elon Musk trying to play video games and the chat just tore him a new one, said he had to log off?
Oh yes, Mikey and I saw that earlier today. It was great. It was great. He got so fucking butthurt about it.
They tore him up. Get him.
Unsurprising.
The trolls were out.
Yeah, they were merciless. But I mean, once again, that's what you get when you make most of the people in this country hate you.
Yep.
That's why he's flying around in the air playing video games, because that's the only place he trusts.
Yeah, like he's for the last month he's been going around. Why don't anybody like me? Why doesn't anybody like Tesla? Because you made people hate you.
Yep.
Because you're an asshole.
You're an asshole. You're not a likable person. And the more you want people to like you, the less they're gonna like you. You're not cool.
No.
He brings the extra cupcakes to someone else's birthday, trying to make it about him. Like me.
And he's shitty at video games.
That too.
That Path of Exile 3 game or 2, he just fucking died, man. He's like, "Oh, the game disconnected. Bye." Like,
he was in his feelings. He was in there at first like this, like playing, and then it just
yeah.
The chat was eating his ass up. It was like Grimes. He's like, Grimes left you and you never got over it. Just over and over and over again. She'll never love you.
Yeah, Mikey was pointing out he's all smiles at the beginning of the video. He's like, "Let's play some video games."
Mm-hmm.
And at the end, he was like, "Fuck this."
I hate the internet.
He was trying to prove how great Starlink was, and at the end, he had to give himself an out by saying, "Oh, I got disconnected."
It's like, dude, you're still streaming.
Yeah.
We can see you?
Yeah, exactly.
Then you're shitting on your own company if you're like, "Oh, I got disconnected. I don't know."
It doesn't work. He forgot he was selling a product.
Yep.
Anyway, it's getting late. I know Ollie has to go to work. Hey, Ollie, your government still has a revenue service, doesn't it?
Yep.
Everyone at the top of the IRS quit.
Yeah.
They all quit.
Okay.
They can go get jobs in Canada, and we don't have to pay taxes anymore.
Nope.
Are
I don't know about the second part of that, but first part, no.
The acting
They're very skilled workers.
Don't matter.
Ollie.
Yeah, they're pretty good. The acting commissioner quit. The person in charge of their tech quit. The person in charge of their privacy quit. The person in charge of their finances quit. And their top lawyer quit. Because Trump was trying to get them to give over tax info on immigrants.
Wow.
At this point, I would say just steal the server and mail it to Sweden.
Yeah, right?
You know what I mean? Just fucking do some strange shit.
Anyone that owes less than 100,000, just delete the info.
Dude, erase the student debt.
Yeah, just
get in there and erase that shit.
I would do that. I would take the bullet for that one, and they can arrest me afterwards, but at least I won't have student debt anymore.
Yep.
So when you get out in 50 years, you'll actually have an opportunity to like have a life.
Actually, Ollie, I was thinking about this for a few seconds. What would happen if everyone at the top of your revenue service just like was like, "Bye guys, I quit."
Peace.
Like, what would happen at your agency? If they just resigned, just out of the blue one day.
That's a hard question. I got to be honest with you. I don't know. There's so many people that are in upper positions, and then there's another layer, and then another layer. The layer that is below them should be taken over their positions because that's what they're being geared up to do, right? So there, in some cases, there would be people that are somewhat up to speed that could step into those positions. But for other ones, no, there wouldn't be anybody ready yet.
All right, let's add on another layer. What if they already fired a quarter of those people?
Yeah, you're fucked.
And it's a week before an important tax deadline.
Yeah. Do you know how busy we are right now?
Oh yeah. I texted that stuff to my wife this morning because she went to work and she was like, "Oh fuck."
Yeah.
So that's what's going on in America in the last 48 hours. And tax day is on Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I already paid mine. We'll see if I ever have to pay again.
Well, I mean, that's the whole point is they don't want to have an internal revenue service. They just want all the rich people. They've also gotten rid of the tax enforcement division for the rich people.
Mm-hmm.
So,
but not for the poor people? What?
No.
Well, so it's the DOJ, the Department of Justice, their tax enforcement division, which goes after people who have already committed tax crimes.
Okay.
Like, they're usually rich people. Like 90% of them are rich people. All the poor people, you can just send them a letter saying you're being audited.
It scares them enough that they just pay whatever.
Right. Yeah. But the people who commit the tax crimes are the people trying to avoid paying taxes or haven't paid taxes or whatever.
Brett Favre.
Donald Trump.
Elon,
J.D. Vance.
Pelon.
I'm sure the Secretary of the Treasury, Navarro.
I'm with.
I can't imagine that guy's ever paid taxes.
I'm with Warren. All these people need to be investigated. Everybody's portfolios needs to be screenshotted, and let's see what happened. And what did you know?
Mm-hmm.
So let's say a new government comes into office in a couple of years with the powers the Supreme Court has granted the president. Could the new president just look at all these really rich people and say, we're taking half your money and putting it towards this debt that you guys created?
Yeah, that's called taxes. That's what they are. That is literally how easy all this shit could have been. Congress to just pass some things to raise taxes on billionaires, not even millionaires, just billionaires, and we'd be fine. And none of this shit would have happened. No,
they wouldn't even notice.
No.
They have zero change in their lifestyle.
They don't need all that money. Elon don't need all that money. He lost like $40 billion. He doesn't even feel it.
He doesn't have that money anymore.
If his stock keeps falling.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, we should go because Ollie probably has to go to work.
I'm falling asleep, guys. Yeah. Sorry.
So like and subscribe on YouTube.
Do it.
Keep an eye on the channel because we'll probably put out clips and whatnot. Patreon.com/TheBinPodcast. Be like Ollie, and not in the Canadian way, but in the fact that he's a Patreon subscriber.
Yep.
A patron
Don't be
of the
Canadian, just be awesome.
And that's
from Universal Studios.
And that's the way the news goes.
The cookie has crumbled.
All right, let's get the fuck out of here.
Good night.
Peace out, everybody.
Oh, I want to play my new song.
Yeah, play your new song.
It's so good. Let's see. Word hath I done putteth it. Oh, there it is. All right, you guys ready for the? Oh my God! No grunting. It's not that kind of song.
Well,
gross.
I did this.
Make it
Why
stop.
can't you?
What? Stop.
Doctor.
Why? Why? What? What?
Hey,
what?
hey, yeah.
Why? 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 Why can't you? 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 Well, I did this.
Second
Why
verse.
can't you?
Have you ever been wrong? I was like, no.
Drugs. I'm gonna need you to be drug tested. Why can't I'm gonna need you to be drug? I'm gonna need you to be drug. Why can't you? I'm gonna need you to be drug. Why can't you? I'm gonna need you to be. Why can't you? I'm gonna need you to be drug. Why can't you?